All right. We're live. Welcome back to another episode of Persuasion by the Pint. I'm Jonathan Taylor, along with
the Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood's
got
a full
what it looks
cast
like on
today.
video. Yeah, it looks like that on video. Yeah, Sean McCool here with returning guest David Dutton and returning guest Ben Blackmon in the house. We didn't even put him in the green room. We just brought him right up front. Deal with it.
Man.
Say hello, guys.
Yo.
Hey.
So
Wow.
we wanted to bring our friends and former guests on for our 400th episode, just to celebrate. This is
that
kind of a
today?
milestone.
400, man. Y'all are growing up. When you said 400, I thought it was a typo. Like,
I had to do a double take myself. I mean,
I don't even believe it. I'm gonna go along with it, but I'll be honest with you, I don't believe it's 400. But I'm gonna go
Yeah,
along with this.
it's like checks. You can pick wherever you start. You know, it's like
yeah. 2018 is when we started, man. It's crazy. 2018.
That's great.
Whoa.
it's a pre-COVID world. It was a different world back then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's why I don't even recognize y'all. That makes sense now.
Yeah, we were much younger, not as much gray. Like I was going back through some of the old videos. Like that's literally true. Like it's just
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It is fascinating to watch the aging process and the.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah. Hey, Sean. Before we go, I need to tell you what I want for Christmas. By the way, like,
okay.
it's freaking like Santa Claus over there. Like,
You want my beard for Christmas?
you're right.
Maybe when you finish growing up, you'll be able to get one.
That's true. I'm on my way.
Dave, I don't think I've ever. Well, I've seen you with some scruff, but never a full beard.
I go 3 weeks, and I feel like it's a beard, but it's not a beard. But I go 3 or 4 weeks when I don't see people, when I don't have to impress people, put on this like persona, and like, I just like looking like Adam Sandler or something. Like you kind of giving up on life. That's my go-to.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I do believe that comes out today, right?
Netflix. Yeah.
it's going to be terrible, but we're all going to watch it.
Yeah.
I know. It's like
it's Adam Sandler.
I'm expecting nothing but disappointment, but
Just disappointment, man. It's like Grown Ups. Like Grown Ups is great too. I watch it if it's on, but they straight ad lib the whole time, and it's like it's beyond dumb, but it's like, man, we like them dudes. Like them dudes are cool.
But seriously though, I'm really, that's all good, but the Naked Gun's coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And Spaceballs. Spaceballs is on.
Spaceballs?
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's 98. Mel Brooks is 98.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it my way.
That's tricky. Props for him. Okay, so if he's involved, if he's involved with it, then I'm like, all right, but you're messing with something on Spaceballs. Like, I don't have high standards for the Happy Gilmore, but Spaceballs, I'm like, man, that was good and some talent.
Yeah. And that kind of leads into our topic, right? That's a cult following kind of movie.
Absolutely.
Today wasn't that a cool segue?
No,
all right. So
beautifully transitioned.
Thank you. So yeah, we're talking about the secret sauce behind cult followings, specifically the world's biggest retailers, or some of them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to bring on the extra smart marketing people to help us flesh this stuff
and when
out.
are they be here?
You talk about
They'll be here shortly.
Oh,
gotcha.
they're still in the green room. Let them in, bro. Let them in.
So we should call back our neuroscience guests that we've had in the past. That's who we should have brought on, I guess. But oh well, in a pinch, when you don't plan your episodes, you get what you get.
Even after 400 episodes, you just don't
exactly. You just throw it out there.
You just throw it out there. That's the new way on social media. Like less hooks and scripting and just more.
That's right.
Just more
That's
whatever.
right. On the fly. On the fly. I did find it interesting from this article, though, that we'll be talking about cults and some of these big retailers, how they keep us hooked or keep us coming back. There's some Chiodini stuff in there.
Of course.
Always.
Yep. It's always human. I mean, it's human nature. Really.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, before we jump into that, and we're going to be talking about companies like Costco and Trader Joe's and Apple.
Dutton Enterprises.
That's right.
A Good Landlord.
A Good Landlord,
Marketing with Twang. Some of these big company names that you're familiar with. So, but before we do that, do a little juvenile beer talk and with the dash of green tea.
There you go.
Right. Who's first?
Ben, you've got a cult drink.
What now?
So you've got a cult drink, so you should start.
I do.
Yeah.
I guess I do. So I did get my matcha green tea latte with soy milk. I did not vary it up at all. I thought about getting a chai tea. But,
I got a 1.9 GPA, and look at you coming in here, like making me look dumb. Man, damn, I'm just happy to tie my shoes and look at that drink.
Do we even know what matcha is? Like,
No, I don't know what matcha is. I've heard of it. Everybody else talks about it.
David, listen, this is not a joke. When I see you post that about your GPA, I'm telling you, mine was really close to that, or maybe less. And I've been looking for my high school card. I have looked for it everywhere. I know.
Dude, you got to call. I called and got mine mailed. I knew it, but then I was like, dude, it's been 20-something years. I went and got it now somewhere, but dude,
mine's 2.3, 2.33, I think.
There's dozens of us, like all across the world. There's dozens of us that done it.
So, all right, so green.
This straight from Japan, ceremonial grape. Actually, it's probably not. Now that I think about it, I'm sure it's not that. Never mind. But it's delicious.
You're the person I always have to stand in line behind when I just want a coffee.
Just give me a coffee, man.
Damn.
Listen to Nate Bargatze's thing about that, right? Standing in line.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right, Dutton. I want to hear what concoction you have.
I was thinking about on the way home, but I didn't have time to do anything. So I've got. I love root beer. Like if you ever see me in rehab, it's because of root beer. It's nothing else. I love root beer. And my guy owns a liquor store, and he's like, "Hey, you should try this. I've had this for about 3 months. It's root beer with THC in it, and it's the first time I ever got high. I drank the whole can. It's 50 milligrams. I've never been high in my life. Like never. I've never done it, and I just thought I was like too fat for this stuff, and I drank the whole can, 50 milligrams, in 45 minutes at my in-laws' house, and 2 hours later, I can't even describe it. It's another story. It's too long. So I will take sips. So I'm done with this. I will not drink. Actually, I'm gonna drink one more, and that is it. Because I know because I don't know where I'm at on this. Never go down that far. And then so I'm done with that. I've got this, which is rum. I'm just a big kid, and so this is like 51% alcohol. I did not have orange juice, so I'm drinking it straight. And so it should be a fun podcast episode.
Awesome.
I fell asleep one time on an episode, Ben.
Yes, I remember that.
I didn't know I did, but I did.
He literally just disappeared off the. We're in the middle of a live episode, and David just goes.
It was long, man. It was Friday.
Vanishes.
Yeah. I always have a weird drink because I only really drink Blue Moon. And I don't ever buy beer. I don't know anything about it, but I drink Blue Moon, but I never have it here. And so when they say come on the podcast, I grab whatever's in thing. I just mix something up. And so there might be orange juice. If we had it, it would be in here. But so what do y'all got?
Sean?
Yeah. I have got from Firestone Walker Brewing, a Parabolita is a bourbon aged salted caramel stout.
Ooh,
that sounds good.
Salted caramel.
So it was on the singles rack at the HEB, and so I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good find for the singles rack." So 9.2% ABV.
There you go.
It'll get you drunk.
It will
get you drunk.
Nice.
Unlike the chai tea.
Yes.
So I wasn't really in the mood. It's been in the low 90s this week, so I really wasn't in the mood for a beer. I was kind of looking for something like a lemonade or
dude, that's sweater weather here.
Yeah, some of us just aren't used to that, Sean. But let me show you what I decided on.
Water.
Let's see. Yeah. I have a mango laserade. It's supercharged lemonade.
Dude,
this
you know
is from
that's what I would buy. Like that's a David Dutton drink right there.
It is. I thought about David. This is right up your alley. Supercharged lemonade. 8%.
Wow.
It'll get
So
you
I don't
drunk.
even,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I just pulled this up from some brewery magazine website. They don't even have a description of it on their website. So I had to find this, but it sounds refreshing, and I've already had a sip of it. So
Oh man,
I'm not gonna
Dude,
say until we
bring me
we
some.
give our reviews.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's cheers it up. As soon as Jonathan gets
Cheers.
rid of his screen. Cheers to
Cheers.
to
It looks
400.
like 400 episodes.
400.
Golly,
So we
that's
think it's possible.
We think.
That's what we say. We're claiming.
Mhm. I feel
This
good about
actually-
myself.
David, do you still have the sticker on your glass? On the bottom of your glass?
Oh, dude. Oh, wow. Yes, that's great. Look at
That is
that.
great.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's funny.
Let me
I
see.
never would have noticed.
That's
never would've
awesome.
Is that a
noticed
wine glass? Yeah, that's
It is. I just grabbed. I was like, I had 7 minutes, and I was like, I don't like being late, and I was like, all right, boom, 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 boom. What do I got? Just grab. I got water. I got root beer, and I got this. Yeah.
what are you doing with water? You don't need that.
Ooh, I don't know, man. We gotta see how tame it is. If I had wine, I almost brought wine because it's in the fridge, dude. If I get 3 glasses of wine, and I would have on this episode, man, I
Yeah,
would have been
what?
writing Happy Gilmore myself. Like it's that stuff gets me lit. So,
Like Mad Dog 2020 or
it is like I don't know what it is.
Boone's Farm.
Yeah,
Boone's.
exactly, dude. That wine, when I host dinners at my house, like we'll have like 12 people. I do three of those, and I'm like in my prime, as they said on Top Gun. Remember the first Top Gun?
Absolutely.
He's in his prime, and like I'm in my prime on 3, dude. I'm like, what's that movie with the peel? Like he gets really smart with the peel.
Limitless.
I felt
Yeah.
limitless after 3, and dude, my connecting ability unmatched. Like at 3 glasses of wine, connecting people together, unmatched. Okay. And so, but
Good
I went
stuff.
ahead with this rum. I hadn't opened it yet.
That's a whole lead magnet right there. How to choose your wine for connection.
Love it.
All right. So what's our ratings? 1 to 5 pints. Ben,
what? Oh,
how
one to
did
five.
Starbucks?
Five
How did
cups.
Starbucks do today?
I'd say 3.5. Is that, can I do a half on that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
okay.
decimal points.
Nice.
Yeah, they shortchanged you. They
They
gave you
did.
Oh,
What? Yeah.
for sure.
Bad service type score reflected there. David, what's your score on your
You know what?
bottle with a chain?
So yeah, the one with the chain. I'm gonna do a 4 out of 5. I miss strong. Obviously, like 51%. I'm drinking it straight, but it's I like the taste. The root beer is solid. I will say. Like usually when they say it's root beer, like I got a root beer out there, and it's still sitting there after 2 weeks. If that tells you anything, and I freaking love root beer. And but this right here is like I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. Taste
Okay.
and everything is good.
There you go.
So,
Cool. All right, let me give mine a 4.25.
dude.
It's pretty good. It's a good stout. It's not too sweet, which that's always the danger when you start getting these high ABV stouts. But it's a good barrel aged stout. Like it's good.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't taste like necessarily salted caramel, but
What? Yeah,
tastes
it
like
gets you on that copy.
That
Yeah.
sounds really good.
Copywriters.
Salty.
yeah, it's there's a little hint of it, but not overpowering either, which is good. It's very subtle.
Yeah. Right.
All right, Jonathan, how's your Laserade?
Laserade is going to get a 3.2. Little too sour. I thought there would be kind of a little balance, some sweetness, but it does have mango in with the lemonade flavor. So it tastes. If I could describe it, it's almost like they mixed an IPA with a lemonade.
Damn.
Okay,
So
that sounds terrible,
Yeah.
but all right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know much about
Sounds-
IPAs, but
like
Yeah.
sour plus sour equals sour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
3-2.
Well, Jonathan, you picked this episode title. You sent a text with an article on Costco. So
Yeah.
we're talking today about the secret sauce behind cult followings.
Yep.
these big retailers, and it was a great article. And I learned
Yeah.
some stuff about Costco that I did not know. I think the one that jumped out at me, not from a cult following standpoint, but it does prove how big their following is their private line, Kirkland Signature,
Yeah.
is bigger than Nike. And
That's pretty
what was
cool.
it was bigger than Nike
Crazy.
and something else, I think, combined.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, Kirkland's huge. Yeah.
It's bigger than, here it is. So based on those numbers, Kirkland merchandise generates roughly 23% of Costco revenue, about $56 billion a year. Based on those numbers, it would be bigger if Kirkland brand was its own company. It would be bigger than Nike or Coca-Cola.
Wow.
That is hard
It's kind
to-
of a sleeper in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
wow.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about why do people keep spending $120 a year just for the privilege of going to Costco? Do you guys have a Costco? We don't have a Costco membership right now because it's too far away.
Yeah.
But
I think they do that on purpose.
Well, I mean,
like
it was
there's some
nice when we lived in
scarcity.
When we lived in Farragut. It was nice. I mean, it was right there. You know. That
Yeah.
was,
Oh,
that
I
was
know.
nice.
That's the one we have to drive, 30, 40 minutes to get to.
Okay, so
Just
you've
to-
got a membership, Ben. Do you
Yep.
have a
Get an
membership?
Airbnb if I was doing that.
I do
Ben is a
not.
holdout. He's not doing it.
Yeah.
David, do you have a Costco
Well-
membership?
I think we have a Costco. We hardly ever go shopping. Like we have all these Walmart and whatever Amazon orders come in. But like I stepped in a Sam's the other day for the first time in years. Like I don't even remember last time I've been in a but and Costco's longer than that, so I don't know. But I think we have a membership, my wife said, but
Yeah.
we hardly ever go. I hardly ever shop on anything. I just don't buy anything. I don't know. And I'm
Yeah.
not even cheap. Like I'm just I don't really want anything. Like but I can see, like, as I was reading that article talking about, oh my God, I can get a big old tube of ketchup, like in a tube. Okay, yeah, that sounds badass. Like,
Well, you know
Fine.
what's crazy is they sell I mean, it's like they say in this article, and we can talk about other brands like Apple and Trader Joe's, and this is just one example. But I found it interesting that like their main goal is selling memberships, like selling the privilege to shop at their place. Basically, is their number one driving
I love that.
goal is to get memberships. Like,
Yeah,
is that-
they said that's actually, I mean, that is their profit, is the
Yeah.
membership.
Right.
And,
Really?
it's why they can sell the product so cheap is because they just make money on the membership.
That's a legit
Yeah.
thing. Like, that's what they
Yeah.
say. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's a lot of memberships.
And I think that creates from a psychological, because we talk about Cialdini a lot, and the scarcity mindset is that I think there's something about value or making it exclusive to members only, going to that exclusivity where you have to, you have to have a membership card to be a part of it, to be a part of the club, so to speak, to buy a bunch of shit that you don't need.
Yeah.
So, and buy a bunch of volume, at that, too. So I think it's just cool. I mean, there's a lot of things that they have going here, and they do a lot. They intentionally keep limited merchandise for a period of time. I thought one other thing in terms of scarcity is they make you, they'll have something that you typically can't find, and they'll have it at a limited time, but at certain times of the year, and it's something that you can get a great deal on. So it's like a treasure hunt. It's almost like a game to go there and find it. But yeah, I mean they intentionally make a limited quantity of product, even though they have volume of stuff that you can get on a lot of their commoditized products. But there's also, they intentionally make certain products at a scarcity, at a limited amount, and they price it cheaper because they can buy volume from, they have the capability of buying huge volume from overseas and just bringing this in, but they'll only bring in like a few colors, like for instance, sandals or slides or something like that, that people, huge brand, and they'll only get maybe 2 or 3 colors. Right. And they'll bring in high volume of that, or you can't even probably get it cheaper on Amazon than you can get it at Costco. But it's super interesting how they limit the amount, and they provide certain certain times that availability, and then once it's gone, it's gone. So
What's the best treasure you found at Costco, Jonathan, that you weren't expecting and you saw it and you had to buy it?
my treasures are the sample ladies.
Oh, dude. Is there anything else?
That's the only thing that keeps me coming back again and again is like, oh man, that's a pretty good, you could eat for free at Costco.
Date night. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you about, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago, we were in there and, we had a new house and we saw some wind chimes.
Yeah.
Like I love, and these are like the big 4 foot, 6 foot type wind chimes. And down the road at Mayo, the garden center there in Bearden and Farragut, they were like $600 for that size wind chimes. And at Costco, they were like $199 or something like that, $169 or something like that. And we had already been looking at them somewhere else. And I think that's how they get you. They find something like that that you've seen somewhere else. You've thought about it. They know enough people have thought about it. And then they put that out there for a third the price, same quality. And you can't say no. Like
I can see like a buyer or somebody getting that knowledge of like, hey, who's buying up a lot of these?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like, let's do that, but like cut the price. Kind of like you're saying.
Well, they said that they're, first of all, if you're going to shop at Costco, you have to be a higher income because you got to be able to afford the membership, $60 or $120. Plus you got to be able to afford, even though the prices are good, you're buying bigger volume typically. So your average cart value is higher.
Right.
So a lot of people, lower income, can't go there. So like their average person in here, I think it said was $100,000 annual income compared to Walmart's 75,000 household income.
That makes sense.
So it's a pretty big difference.
No, you won't get out of there. If you're going grocery shopping, I mean, we don't get out of there for less than $700 on a visit.
Oh, shit. I need to do it for a living. Damn.
I mean,
I'm over here on stamps over here. Jonathan's over $700. Like,
it's just,
dang.
No, I mean,
Dang. I believe that. Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like we go every week, but I mean, when we do,
that's one of the things they mentioned in the article is like, there's almost like this little, in the cult following, like people brag about how much pain they had coming out of Costco.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I spent $300. I spent $700. I was planning on like 150 and they got me, man. What'd you get? I don't know. I don't know stuff.
When it went Costco, but just last week it was, Sam's or whatever. And they had this massive float. It was like a castle. And it was like, dude, where do you see it? Remember like Toys R Us? Like they would like, growing up, it'd be toys you never see in a store or anywhere, on any store. And you're like, oh my God, it's always in Toys R Us. And that's how like Sam's Costco is like, oh my God, I can actually buy this big old float that I might use once a year because like I'm not going to put it in a community pool or I'm not going to put it in our neighborhood pool, but I got to have that.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing they said as far as this is actual, science that they use to get you to buy more. So one of the things they talked about is how the number of SKUs that they have or the number of items that they have compared to like a Walmart. And I don't remember exact numbers, but where a Walmart might have, here it is. So Costco is choosy about what it sells. A typical warehouse offers some 3,800 unique items, SKUs, compared to 120,000 at a Walmart store. And the reason they do that is to reduce decision fatigue.
Yep.
So that you're more likely to take what they have instead of choosing between 6 different brands. They may give you a choice between one brand if you need that thing. So they reduce decision fatigue by having fewer SKUs.
The tyranny of choice, right?
Yep. Yes.
That's
that's so, I mean, the tyranny of choice, which is,
was that in,
I guess it's a great problem to have, I guess, but it's a problem.
Was that study in Cialdini's book about like they gave him 3 jelly choices versus like 20 jelly choices or something like that? And when there was less, people bought more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just they probably have red Cialdini. So
Mhm.
somebody there has anyway.
Yeah.
One of the other things I thought was kind of interesting was the treasure hunting thing that you mentioned, where they will put like a super luxury item
Yeah.
in the store.
It's like
and we're talking like
Easter egg.
Yeah. So we're talking like sometimes of $7, $8, $10, $40,000, I think one of their examples was a Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon for $3,699. That would be twice that somewhere else. Because that's the other thing. Costco is the #1 buyer of wine in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never thought of it. That makes sense.
Over $20.
Yeah, they
might be something bigger.
They have a Bordeaux for over 50 for like what 50,000?
Yeah, 55.
I've never seen that one, but damn. Yeah, I know you can buy gold bars from Costco and all sorts of stuff. You can even buy cars.
They sell as much jewelry as Tiffany's.
Wow.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
And they have rings up to $9,000. So it's this warehouse club, but it also has high-end offers. So people at every income class feel comfortable there almost, maybe some people don't, but everything from like middle class and up feels like there's something for them there.
The hot dog brings them together. Like, that's what it is. Like the poor and the rich, like they can eat the same hot dog. Like, it's like, you're not better than me. I'm eating the same hot dog.
Yeah.
Dude, that $1.50 hot dog deal. Yeah. A Coke and a hot dog for $1.50.
I love that. I've always thought about that. I don't know if I've ever had one because again, I've probably been in Costco and stuff like that like 10 times my whole life. But like, but next time I ever go in there, I'm getting that. That's what you're doing, But I like that thought. I'm like, all right, how can you replicate that?
And it's been the same price since 1985. Can you believe that? I mean,
and you know how they did that? One of the ways they did that? Did you read that in the article?
No, I didn't. I didn't read past just $1.50.
So the original CEO, when he passed down to the next CEO, he's like, you better not change the price of the hot dog ever. So the second CEO, he's like, all right, I got to figure out how to manage this price. They bought a hot dog factory.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that they could control the cost.
Oh, I love that. That's what I like about business.
That's commitment to.
That's cool.
That's commitment to because they're not making money on that hot dog, even if they own the factory.
No, it's
no.
And these are big. I mean, these aren't just like tiny hot dogs. These are huge.
Yeah, and it's legend now. It's part of the lore of the thing. It's what creates a cult following. Even if you don't get the hot dog, it's like it's just part of the story.
Oh, man, I love that.
Speaking of the cult following, it's funny. Earlier this week, I just happened to be reading an article about Costco for some reason.
That's why we brought you on. You mentioned that.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure. And this influencer was talking about how she took a rug back after, they'd spilt stuff all over it. And they just wanted to see if they'd take it back. And so there's this whole thing out there of these people who will take back half-eaten turkeys and all kinds of stuff, and they will take it back. They will take it back. They'll take back anything. No question. Virtually no questions asked.
Well, wasn't that like originally like Neiman Marcus back in the day, the 50s and 60s? Yeah. They had that policy. They would take anything. They would even take stuff that they didn't carry. Yeah. If you told them it was from them. I don't think they do that anymore because
people.
We're not quite as honest as we used to be, I guess. Sorry, Ben, you were gonna.
No, that's okay. Just that influencer, that was her whole thing. She said, if they don't take it back, because I've shopped there for so many years, then I'm not going to continue. But they did. She said, you got me for life. That's and, so everybody has their thing, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some people, it might be the hot dog. Some people, it might be the return policy or some combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's say the rug was $150, $200. Well, she's going to have to pay a, $60 to $100 membership fee every year. Mm-hmm. That has zero cost of goods to it. Mm-hmm. They can afford to take that back every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, there's whole TikTokers out there. That's all they do. They're trying to see what they can get away with.
That's crazy.
Can I bring back this this quarter empty package of coffee or
Here's
dog
your hot
food?
dog back.
Yeah.
Here's
Here's half the hot dog.
Man.
No,
See,
I
that's
like that. If you think about like I have this estate planning attorney in Franklin, and one of the things I'll think about on stuff like this is I always visualize you have 10 estate planning attorneys in Franklin in a lineup, and
Yep.
why should I do business with you? Everybody else, including doing nothing, Dan Kennedy. But it's like, all right, you got 10 in a lineup. How are you going to get chosen if it's apples to apples, right?
Right.
And then it's like, all right, but how can I add this to it? Can I add lore to it? Can I add, return policy or hot dog? What's the hot dog of estate planning? That's actually what I'm in the process right now. I didn't think about it with Costco, but that's what I'm in the process of right now. We're getting on TV. We're writing a book for it right now, and then also I'll be putting her on TV here in a couple of weeks or whatever, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we're definitely differentiating her from everybody starting to. But I'm like, I want to make it obvious. Like nobody else has a hot dog, like Costco.
Yep.
Well, here's a little fact about Costco, David, for you. They don't advertise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
you've never seen a Costco ad.
That makes sense because they're selling stuff that food and what every human needs. So it's like that's saying don't advertise, but at the same time, it's like man, they've been around since '85, and they're selling. Food.
I would. They say they don't advertise, but again, they do choose their locations. They're usually visible from a highway or on a busy street, something like that. But yeah, it's mostly word of mouth that, that gets people into Costco's.
It's part of our. Like I said, I don't shop. I'm not a good example, but like, it's people shop. They like to shop, and all these different things or whatever. I like that.
They literally make you bag your own groceries and then they check you. Like
I guess box them. They don't have bags. You got to box them. And those half-used boxes, and they don't fit. And it's kind of weird. You spend all that money, and you're like carrying stuff out in like
and then they don't trust you
boxes.
enough. They check your receipt on the way out, so they force you into buying a membership, and then they make you do the work of boxing up everything, and then they check your receipt to make sure.
Relationship.
It's kind of like Apple. It really feels like Apple, how they beat you up and then they say, screw you. And then.
And you just keep buying their stuff. So let's move on to another one we were talking about was Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's shoppers.
People like that place. I've been a couple times. People like that.
I saw that they were getting ready to open up 800 more or something like that. Did you see that?
They're bringing one
Somebody
here
got money.
Yeah, they're sticky in Knoxville. They got a fan club here.
Yeah.
Ben, do you go there?
Distance, man. It's just
it's
just not close enough for me.
Yep.
Where are you at, Ben? Aren't you in like Knoxville?
Farragut. Yeah, I'm in Farragut, but I don't want to. Yeah,
you don't want to drive.
I get it. I don't drive. I don't drive either. I'm seriously.
Well, it depends on how you catch the lights going down Kingston Pike. There,
that's true.
Could be 10 minutes. Could be 30 minutes.
Well, I did put 30,000 miles on my car last year.
Somebody drove it. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about like what makes. Jonathan, do you guys shop there?
We do.
Oh, Jonathan. That's I can tell. I know when
coffee. Coffee and wine.
Yeah.
Coffee and wine.
Cookies.
Those are the staples. Cookies.
What's crazy? I think what's crazy is to me like. The same. It's almost like the same people that shop at Whole Foods shop at Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's is just 100%, except for a tiny little produce section, is almost all processed and foods, packaged foods.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
But there's like this vibe that it's like healthy, and it's
healthy crackers. Like,
it's weird. It's like this. There's nothing about it that's healthy, but it has this same like crunchy consumer like.
I love that.
Avatar.
Dan Kennedy talks about in some book. I can't remember. I I think it was like trust-based marketing, but I can't remember. But he talks about he's a diabetic, and they will travel. Maybe I say this right. They'll travel 20 miles to go to the farmer's market to get blueberries that were made, grown in like, Cuba, where they do all the blueberries or something like that. But they'll go to a fancy restaurant and have blueberry cheesecake, and they ain't asking shit about if they like where you got your blueberries. But
Yeah,
like
it came from Cisco.
yeah,
That's where it came from.
they feel like they can't be saying this. They feel like they've done something, and but then it's like, but look at me, look what I'm doing. But that's human nature. That's so funny you point that out. I love that.
Mom and Dad drive down from Kentucky, from Middlesboro to go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
they'll do other things, but that's
That's why they're going.
That's
We should have had them on the show.
I know it.
seriously.
My
I
dad's
think
done
I
it.
wouldn't drive that far.
No. Well, here's what's interesting. One of their key strategies is the same as Costco, which is the limited SKUs. They don't have the huge variety. There's footprints smaller, than a regular grocery store. It's more like an old fashioned. I think that's one thing that people like about it is there's this feeling, like a throwback feeling to like small town grocery store.
It does. Yeah.
It feels like that grocery store. If you grew up in a small town,
Yep.
like you can actually see the back of the store when you walk in. Like, it's just not this huge footprint. It's more intimate.
Yep.
Some of the other things they do is obviously their marketing is a little cheeky.
It is. Oh, wow.
The Trader Joe flyer, I think, is really fun to read. It's like a J. Peterman catalog.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, it's long copy for our little world here. Lots of stories. I've noticed a lot of the sale signs are like handwritten, just little things like that make it feel a little bit more like a local country store. They would probably hate that I said country store, but neighborhood store, right? It feels like that local neighborhood store.
Yeah.
And people, it seems to love it. And obviously the crew there is really well trained.
Oh, wow.
They do a good job of hiring.
Yeah.
Because they're very friendly. They're very chatty. I saw on Instagram yesterday where a guy was complaining. He was sitting in his car about to go into Trader Joe's, and he was rehearsing his answers to all the questions the cashier was going to ask him because they're so talkative. He was like, all right. Yeah.
This guy must be on the spectrum.
Yeah. He's like, I got to get ready for this, because it's a full on conversation. So not a great place for introverts.
That's fine.
So are there any?
I mean, ever.
What's
It's funny. I never really shop much, but athlete, because I'm just not a physical thing. And my wife, will go and we'll get stuff delivered. But when COVID hit, it's even less, and it has zero to do with seeing people or any of that garbage, any of that the bullshit that we were sold or whatever. But it was like I'm just like, I don't know, if we happen to be out and the family wants to go, that's the only reason why I was in Trader Joe's last time. We don't even think about it, but they got these cookies, they got these chips, they got these. We don't get at Trader Joe's and stuff, And but it wasn't that big either. I don't know how big they are usually, but the one in Franklin, wasn't crazy or anything.
Yeah.
Well, there's also this whole thing. We'll end on this for Trader Joe's, and we'll move on. But if you cry in Trader Joe's, if you're having a bad day, they will give you flowers. Somebody on the staff will notice
that.
And they will give you flowers.
Forgot about
Yeah.
Holy
So if you want to,
about that.
There's always a first. Who was the first? What are you doing? What are you doing in there?
I don't know.
What would you be crying over?
The bill.
Yeah.
The prices.
Yeah.
Does Costco offer that?
Or if you're just having, if one of the employees just thinks you're having a really bad day, then they have the authority to give you flowers.
I call that the weirdness. It's not weird, but I call that weirdness, uniqueness. I love, I love weird, crazy, unique. Unique is my favorite. Just anybody standing out unique is I like. anything
memorable,
like that.
right?
Different.
Yeah.
That is my starting point on everything. But I like that concept of, even if they only give away 1,000 a year, the fact that that story is sold,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, dude, that's worth
cheap.
money.
It's cheap marketing right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot about that. I mean, that's how memorable is that? You know,
I
you
haven't heard
walk
that in a
away
long
with
time.
a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell everybody. So I'm
Yeah, I might have to
curious.
look at it. Mhm.
I'm curious, Ben, do you have like a company that you do business with that would kind of be like a cult following for you?
I mean, Whole Foods, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Man, their bacon used to be money before COVID. You go in there
Yeah.
and eat, it was money.
No, I order now. Like they bring it, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, do they have delivery service?
Dang.
Wow.
Out here, it's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, they do here too. Yeah, you can get it in
Dang.
an hour or two. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But I don't.
David,
I can't think of anything else though. I mean, I'm sure there is something else. But I will say this. Let me just say this real quick. So I did put my cult following stuff up here.
Oh,
Not
yes,
businesses, but brands. So just real quick, just so you're all on lines. So I got my Fletch one out.
yes.
Okay, my cult following
Fletch.
Fletch.
I
I
have
got
not
my-
seen that before.
Now I've got my cult following thing for Arrested Development.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
that-
yes.
And then
Yes.
I got one for Big Trouble in Little China.
Dude,
I have not seen that one yet. You've been hiding that one.
No, I knew the
Right.
Fletch.
I wanted to mention that before I forgot. I realized they're not stores, but they are brands ish.
Those are a lot bigger than I thought they were.
Nobody talks about that. What is the thing? You just love them? Like, you just love those?
Oh, he's a Fletch fanatic.
Nobody says
Oh, yeah.
Fletch. Arrested Development is ridiculous. That writing is so stupid, brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to beat that writing. The Office is good, but
I
like
know.
Arrested Development writing,
I
Fletch.
know. I always tell people, I'm like, I love The Office, I love Seinfeld, but Arrested Development makes my side hurt.
oh god, dude, the banana, like, dude, you know, all the problems are in the banana. And Banana Shack, God, it's so good.
Are you also a
and
Seinfeld
Fletch?
fan?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's great, but it's like I said, you know, it's good, but I mean that just really,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry, I started over on Arrested Development a few weeks ago. I'm starting to do it again just because, like,
been a while.
I don't even believe it. You can't even stop laughing. Like, you're still laughing on the last thing, and there are
I know
3
it.
jokes
You're trying to.
hit. You're like, wait, whoa, I gotta pause this real quick. It's ridiculous. Like,
It's great.
yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to throw that in as for my branding thing because that's as close as I could get. So
So, David,
Jonathan.
what is your go? I know you're not a big consumer, but
Yeah.
what is the sticky place that you find yourself getting hooked into, like a cult
Maybe a
following?
restaurant.
If you pitch me a few things, like if you pitch me, like I collect, you know, y'all see my library, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's some boxes right here, but like, you know, I collect rare P.T. Barnum books and stuff. If you had
Oh
something
yeah, yeah.
from Industrial Revolution, I'm not a fan as much anymore of Rockefeller and them. I still am, but I'm, you know, they've done some bad shit, and but I still love the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
But if you threw P.T. Barnum at me, like old books, like original old books, like Mall 9 original, that one, you know, this one over here, I mean, that was in P.T. Barnum's museum. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, Yale wants that copy, but you know, something like that you put in front of me. I mean, if you put root beer in front of me, like, I mean, just take my money. I don't. I was like, all right, you know, here you go. It's funny. I just don't like my time. You know me, Jonathan. More.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like, time is like my thing. And so,
Time. Yeah. Experience. Time.
Yeah.
Those
it's
two.
like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, just like any type of root beer. Like I've had 2 today. That should tell you, like, you
Like
know,
a cabin in the mountains with a root beer in hand.
I mean, dude,
That's
nothing like it.
paradise.
Yeah, it is. Like I get out of business, which it's rare I get out of business, and I love it. I wouldn't change it, but you know, I'm human. I get tired and stuff, and so yeah, it's something like that. I just, you know, where I just came from, Fayetteville, Tennessee, is beautiful, small town. I don't feel like everybody's conquering the world, like love it. My brain's
Yep.
kind of rewired and stuff like that. Robert Redford movie. My favorite movie is River and Stewart. Probably my second favorite is The Natural, which
The Natural. Yeah.
Robert Redford directed River and Stewart, and
Yep.
The Natural he of course was in.
Great
You
movie.
know, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, it's going to be good. Obviously, he's getting old,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. But yeah, it's funny. I just don't. I don't know what it is. I just don't buy, a lot of stuff. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm good. I mean, no fault to anybody else. Everybody's different or whatever.
Yeah.
But just, I don't. I used to go to Target. I was talking about Target last week. I used to go to Target, all the time. Like, dude, I might go to Target 3 times this year. Like really, like legit go in Target, walk around. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, but I used to do it all the time. But COVID just it changed the buying. Not that I was buying before, but
You get out of the habit of it.
Yep.
it's a habit. I mean, I liked going around Target. Now I go in there. I went in there maybe a week or two ago, something like that, and for the first time in months. And I was like, like, I mean, dude, I don't have a Good Landlord shirt on now because I couldn't find it, but I have 10 of the same shirt of
Yeah.
Good Landlord. You see those blue Good Landlord? I have 10 of those. I'm wearing black
You're like Steve
shorts from
Jobs.
Amazon.
Steve Jobs.
I'm like the Steve Jobs for poor people.
Like the
It-
Steve
yeah.
Jobs of poor people.
Yeah, like if there's that's who I am, man. That's my identity. And I've got $10 Amazon shorts on. That is 90% of my life around here. When people see me at the coffee shops, I have Good Landlord shirt on and black Amazon shorts and my sandals. And but I got blue headphones. My brand is my phone cover.
People recognize you from everywhere. Like you walk into a place.
I walk in here because I send out those 25,000 postcards. I mean, I've been here
Yeah.
since 2008. 100,000 people see my videos around here locally. Like
David is his own cult.
I'm trying to be.
That's it. That's it.
I
That's
want to
it.
be my cult. I'm thankful for anything. I feel like it was a God given thing, but I'll take it. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Like I will always want to be a cult leader. Like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
You're on your way, buddy. You're on your way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
I was doing some research and another one that popped up kind of as a comeback kind of thing was Barnes and Noble.
Ooh.
What do you got
Barnes
on
and
that?
Noble. Barnes and Noble has made quite a comeback. And part of it is some of the younger generations, Alpha and Z.
I hate Kindle.
They're kicking back against some of the technology and they're going more analog. So that's part of it. But yeah, the whole vibe of like just being able to, they've got couches and they usually have a Starbucks inside and they've got, it's a very laid back. It's not like a big warehouse store. It's actually the opposite of Costco, right? You can linger in there.
Yeah.
You're not trying to move around and stuff. And what they've started doing is they've started making them more local. When they were trying to make their comeback, they gave the local managers decisions on how to stock the store based on their area and what their area might like and things like that. And they've started doing a lot more story hours and book clubs and local author events and things like that.
Yeah.
So they've been making a really strong comeback when everybody thought they were dead.
I mean, they moved into the mall. I think they still have their spot in Franklin, but they moved into the mall as well, which is an interesting move. And this is in the past year. But
that is interesting because malls are dying like
bad,
big time. Like usually there's everything's outdoor malls now, like at least that's how it is here. There's two malls here, I think, but they're both like nobody wants to go there.
Man,
Evan and I just went to Barnes and Noble for the first time, and when we went in, man, it was packed in there.
Yeah. Oh, good, dude. I love it, man. I miss like John used to go to me in Spring Hill, and I think it's Old Navy now. That's how much I shop. It's Old Navy, but they man, just sitting there and hanging. I mean, dude, it just my brain explodes like creativity and stuff. Like all I do is just walk in there, snap pictures and stuff, and like, dude, I just love it.
Yeah, I mean, you can go in there and sit and read a whole book, and they don't care. I mean, you just
you just plop down. You can
it's pretty cool. So, Oh, Jonathan disappeared.
Any more cult stuff like
What about CrossFit? That's what I was thinking about.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
I love all
Orange
that stuff
Theory.
because their identity is just like freaking what do you call it? Marathon runners. You know, like they're gonna throw that sticker on there. I'm a CrossFitter. You know, just like Amazon marathon runners gonna put that. Was it 12-2 or whatever?
26 point,
Yeah.
yeah, divided by pi or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you love the ones that do the 13.1. It's like, oh great, you ran
Right.
half a race. Good job.
I know, man. That's the funniest. Here, look,
Dude,
I
that's
have
a
asked it.
funny. I might have to post that on Facebook. It's a little edgy. It's like it's kind of reaching that line a little bit. But congratulations to other people who run half a race. Like, dude, that is. But
Yeah.
I'm fat. They're like, bro, you don't even run. Like, all right.
Speaking of stickers and cults, I tell you a good cult is anybody that goes to 30A for vacation.
Yeah, those freaking cult leaders. Like,
That's awesome.
dude, it's so funny how branded I got with 30A because. I mean, it's a thing. Don't get me wrong. Like
it's
when
a
people
thing.
flex and you
Yeah.
sit around here and stuff, and it's just like trying to flex, and it's so funny because of status. That's one of the main things that motivate people.
Yeah.
But I had no idea how many people would brand me with that. I still to this day get people like tagging me on stuff on 30A. Somebody put a sticker in my mailbox, like all these things, and that's like 1.15 of my like personality or like
Yeah.
weirdness, and like
Yeah.
people ran with that. Like people are all 30A.
But everybody in your area knows 30A, so it's
Oh, yeah.
relatable, you know.
Yep.
Everybody tries to
And for our-
flex on that. God.
For our listeners that don't know, that are in other parts of the country or world, 30A is a vacation kind of strip down in the Panhandle of Florida,
Panhandle. Yeah.
where most of the Southeast goes to vacation if they can afford it.
That's where my son is right now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, of course.
nice.
Your son trying to fit there. Yep.
Yeah.
Fit in.
Where's
So
that?
it's-
Like between Pensacola and Destin or something, or
Yeah.
around that area?
Destin, Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach,
Yeah.
all the way over to Panama City. Although technically Panama City is not part of 30A, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's right on the edge there, where it kind of hands off. But like Panama City's for the poor people and the losers, where 30A
That's
is.
right. That's where
it's
you
for
go. You pull your RV down to Panama City.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a little different vibe.
You don't have a
So-
sticker on your Infinity. Like, what are you doing down here? Like,
Yeah. Nobody puts a sticker about Panama City Beach. They get an airbrush T-shirt from Panama City
Yeah.
Beach,
That's right.
Yeah.
or they're
That's
not
a
getting a
cult
sticker for their
I
car.
don't
Remember-
see a lot of Myrtle Beach either.
No,
you don't see many
no,
Myrtle
no.
Beach stickers.
Dude,
Yeah,
good point
so-
on Myrtle Beach. You know?
Do you
Yeah,
remember
Myrtle Beach
I
and
was-
Panama City are the same thing.
the same
just-
thing? Yes. Remember the old Panama Jack though? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
How big
Yeah.
that was? That was like
Yeah.
that was kind of a cult,
Oh,
following
oh,
back in
what?
the day.
For real.
The cut off Panama Jack T-shirt
Yes.
with the short
Yeah.
shorts and the long.
That's right.
Dude, I might
Dude,
have to
we're-
find me a shirt. That's an interesting thing. I might find me a shirt on that. That's kind of cool.
But
I
I think
remember that dominated.
You
Yeah.
ought to get you a cut off T-shirt. You should bring those back, David.
I've eaten too much today. I'm like, I don't know, man. The world ain't ready for that. They,
What about
You weren't-
Abercrombie and Fitch and Izod?
Oh yeah.
oh man,
That's right.
You know,
Abercrombie and
dude,
Fitch.
Izod, God,
Izod, yeah.
yeah. That's
Members
high.
only.
Members only. Swatch. Remember the
Yeah.
days of swatches?
Yeah, we're all showing our age here. We got
I have one.
our younger listeners
That's
have
great.
no idea what we're talking about.
I saw an 80s clip the other day that it's like everything, it was like it summarized the 80s in like 30 seconds, which is VCRs, swatches, sitting and watching MTV, eating corn pops or Cocoa Puffs. It was like,
Pants and jelly shoes.
that's right.
Not together.
Exactly.
But the girls had the jelly shoes and the guys had the parachute pants.
Yep.
Well, I think
So-
I think y'all know this, but I think all this stuff. One thing, bringing back to persuasion stuff and cult stuff, is like status in the herd. Like
Yep.
even as as adults too. A lot of that was kids. We were talking about kids, but I mean, dude, I'm in my wealthy neighborhood, and man, these cats, they think they live in what's called Governor's Club here in Franklin
Yeah.
Brentwood. Governor's Club's where celebrities live, and that's the next level of money. And it's like some of them cats here think like they've arrived. It's like, bro, there's a lot of $1 million houses here. Like,
Yeah.
like, not but sit down, like, but yeah, it's fun, but it's status. It's always status.
That's a
or
good
whatever.
point. It's status.
Yeah.
People love status and then nostalgia. Like,
Well,
as you
we're
get
watching
older.
something about MJ. Actually, it was the last episode of. We've seen it before, but it's so good. We just turned on the last episode of that Michael Jordan documentary. It came out years ago. About him on Netflix or whatever it was. It was freaking incredible. But the flight suit, dude. If you were a kid in the '80s, the MJ flight suit, y'all remember that? Black and red, like, dude, or the black and white. Like, I had forgot about that, and I saw Michael Jordan wearing it, and it just brought back. I hadn't thought about that thing in 20 years, but dude, that was the ultimate status. Almost nobody had it in school, but like, when you saw it, you're like, "What the crap? He's got the MJ flight suit."
But
and you feel like you're Michael.
Yep.
Phil Knight didn't believe in marketing.
No,
when he did not believe in marketing until Michael Jordan. So
that's right.
Yeah, if you haven't
we
watched
saw that
movie, that
yeah,
movie
Air.
was great.
What is it? Air? Yeah, that was good.
Air. They did a good job with that, man.
Yeah, I love the last scene where he's like, how much could this cost? A couple $1 million. Now it's been like $500 million or something, whatever it's been. It's some ridiculous amount of money they've paid out. So, so I just ran a quick search on ChatGPT. I was like, what are the big cult brands in 2025? And I'll just run through these real quick if anybody wants to comment. I'll read the list first, and then so Apple, Lululemon, Peloton, Harley Davidson, Tesla, Crocs, which have made a huge comeback, and Liquid Death.
Well, see, when I hear that, the very first thing is I think about status. I got a 13-year-old daughter. That Lululemon, I think it's still the same. But Lululemon, it's a cult. Why? It's a status of like, I have Lululemon. Harley Davidson, that's a Captain Obvious identity. Yeah. Right? That's how they sue themselves. That's a whole, just motorcycle club, all that stuff. And what else? There's something else you said that I thought was
Liquid Death, man. That's a cool story. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a super cool. Yeah. Yep. Again, it's another thing of like, even the name, the fact that I'm drinking Liquid Death is like kind of edgy. And that's how they do themselves. And it's fully edgy. Yeah, that's water.
But Peloton, I thought Peloton was in the crapper.
Dude, Ryan, no. Alone.
I think their stock is up a little.
Yeah.
Peloton has always had a loyal following. They've just had terrible business. And
that's true.
But their core following is rabid for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a Peloton, and man, I get on there, and I've had a Peloton since like 2000. I don't know. My wife's listening; she'll probably correct me, but 17.
Yeah.
And I maybe have 1,000 rides over that time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on there, man. There's people, they got 3,000 and 5,000 rides, and it's like, I'm like, how are you riding that much? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they follow all the people, they follow all the different personalities. And these instructors, if you go, their top 4 or 5 instructors have huge followings on social media.
Right.
Huge followings. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're good instructors. I enjoy riding with them. So, but yeah, it's, it is a status
they're
thing.
Not as mainstream.
Yeah. I mean, it is a status thing. And there's also a status with owning the equipment because it's not cheap.
Well, owning the equipment, but then there's that little sub, what you're talking about, of like racing against personalities and things like that. Being in a herd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of gamification in Peloton for sure, like with the leaderboard and the streaks and everything else that you can do on there. It's a lot.
To give it some kind of perspective on that, so just from Facebook ads, when you're layering targeting, sometimes you put Peloton or Lululemon because those are higher end brands. I mean, that's just what you put in there,
That's a good point.
It doesn't mean that the people actually have the money to buy it, but
Mhm.
You know, it's something.
Yeah, it's
And we
become
use
its own
Peloton a
little.
lot for that.
It's like it's a short code. You know, if you
Mhm.
have a Peloton audience, it's just like buying a list back in the direct mail days. You know, there's certain things about a Peloton owner. It's not just that they own a Peloton. It says a lot about their income, how they
Yeah.
take care of themselves, the
Mhm.
whole demographic that happens
Yeah.
around Lululemon or Peloton or Apple or any of those. Maybe not with Crocs. I don't know. That's a whole different thing. But
Yeah.
I
There's
had
definitely
a pair back when they first came out in
oh
2008,
yeah. Everybody did.
but
Yeah.
I did not jump back on the bandwagon this time around. David probably
I-
has a couple pair, don't you?
I think
have all the
the liquid death is pretty fascinating to me. I did an article on this on one of my the trade magazine that I publish on the latest issue. And it's really interesting, their whole model of just creating, basically it's water, but they put it in a can and they created some really interesting art around that. And they created kind of this rebellious culture around, basically just, fizzy water that you can get in a can. And, it's gone crazy. So, I mean, they mark it up, probably, 50% their margins.
Yeah.
And they're making a killing off of it. And people pull it out, they've got, it's just water. They've got tea, they've got the iced tea
Oh wow.
versions of that. But it's pretty interesting. Just they've kind of like, they position themselves as like the rebellious, kind of the early, I guess, kind of the early Apple of their niche, of being rebellious, so people love that.
I mean, if you can turn water into a rebellious act, I mean, you can do just about anything in marketing.
But I'm kind of jealous. I feel like I can even still marketing. Much less do marketing after hearing that. I'm like, I
Yeah.
got nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, especially when you think like, to even like, I would love to have been in that meeting because like to come up with the idea of liquid death with water, which is like the thing you need most for life.
Right.
It's like, I mean, were you just like playing the opposite game, Bizarro Day,
Right.
like that's a big jump. And then for everybody to buy into it and then it actually worked. It's like,
yeah,
pretty wild.
and some of the creative names they come up with, it's pretty interesting. Like, it's kind of like the, we talked about the Savannah Bananas or the baseball team. What is it? Is that?
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Savannah Bananas.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, you can't help but lock on to it and follow it because it's out of the ordinary. It's like nothing you've ever seen. So,
Guys, I gotta go in about 5 minutes. I got one more appointment for the day. I got a little busy.
So what's the big wrap up with this? Like, what are the kind of the core ideas? Like, why did companies develop these cult followings? Like, if you could only pick one or two ideas to try to build a cult brand with, what would you pick?
I think you got to start the offer. Like, I mean, we hear offer all the time now, but like, I mean, because that's who you're attracting. So, like some cults are like belonging. Dude, we got 2 cults around here, like around this area. One was on Netflix documentary, The Way Down Machine. You go look at that. Yeah, I mean, that's in Brentwood. I actually go see the church, so it's crazy. It's on Netflix. But, exclusivity is obviously big, but I like the offer because you're attracting what you want. Whether it be like, I want to belong, MLM, network marketing. Some of those people have other desires, but there's a niche in there that just want to belong. They're never going to be successful. They just actually want to belong to a herd, a tribe.
Yeah.
I think the membership thing is awesome. Like forcing people into a membership. That to me, that's my biggest takeaway is like people like putting people into they have to pay to have the privilege of doing business with you. If you can think about that, like, you know, like taking people and like putting them through a system where they pay to become a member of something that you offer. Obviously you need to offer value, but they become an exclusive member of something where, you know, they buy on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, both Costco and two of the biggest companies in the world right now, Costco and Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, they thrive on
Prime.
Amazon. You don't have to, but it's almost like if you're going to buy stuff, you almost have to.
If you're gonna do business, why not use Prime?
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
And they keep adding on benefits and you know, to keep you around and makes it sticky because you're like
sticky. Yeah.
You know, because while you've got it, you're like, well, I paid for this membership. I might as well go shop there.
Right.
You know, to get my money's worth.
Yep.
And it works.
Yeah.
So Ben, what about you? What would you choose?
That's kind of what I was thinking, you know, just kind of the stickiness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The membership part?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Starbucks had a membership, would you be?
Oh,
I literally wouldn't. And that's funny. I know it's crazy for me to say, but I literally would not. Because I won't even sign up for their app little thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yep.
They're like, well, you get discounts. I'm like, no, I want to pay more so that you don't have my information.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
That is interesting though. That I bet if they rolled out a membership, it would do well.
I'm sure.
I think it would be.
There's more hardcore people than they're not, even though there's so much competition. But yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, I don't know exactly how the membership would be structured or what you would get and that kind of stuff, but it would do well. I mean, they have the rewards program, which I've heard. Like, I don't do the. You're talking about the app, and it's got like the rechargeable card and that kind of stuff. And I think it's in the app too. Apparently, that does really well. I've just never used it because I don't go to Starbucks enough to even track stuff. But apparently, it does really, really well, and they make a ton of money. They make more than some regional banks on the money that they hold in those preloaded cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
So they make a lot of money on the preloaded cards, and that money's just sitting there earning interest until people use it.
That's great.
In fact, most companies that do gift cards, they make a ton of money on the interest while they're waiting for you to cash it in.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So that's probably a tactic we could all use. Is
I always feel guilty at Barnes and even Barnes and Noble. They have a membership, but I feel every time I check out, because I guess I don't shop at Barnes and Noble enough, but I feel guilty with for not using, because they always tell me how much I could save, if I did that membership deal. And I always have to tell them, listen, man, I don't shop at Barnes and Noble enough, throughout the year for this to make sense for me. But, for some people, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I just tell them I like to pay full price.
Doing my part.
I have literally said that.
Yeah.
Just doing my part. I love it. We'll end there. I mean, I was going to say, here in Texas, HEB, our grocery store, has a huge cult following, but we won't get into that because that's not something everybody understands. You gotta be here to understand it. So
absolutely.
Yeah. You wouldn't understand.
About Buc-ee's. Now that
Buc-ee's. Oh man. That's another one.
I gotta go, but like Buc-ee's, dude, people think they went to Disney World, like when they take a picture put on Facebook about Buc-ee's. They're not, no, I'm not at Disney World. I'm just getting beef jerky. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Those beaver nuggets or something else.
If there's a Buc-ee's at an exit, there's no way I'm not pulling in. It's
and what's crazy, it's less convenient than choosing something else.
Yep.
At this point, because it's so crowded and so busy, and all that. Especially if you're like one of those guys that's trying to beat the GPS estimated time of arrival. Buc-ee's just destroys that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're never beating your estimated time of arrival if you stop at a Buc-ee's. It's just done.
Yep.
So, All right, well, guys, we appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
To celebrate
Yeah.
the 400th episode.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It is.
We'll have cake in the green room afterwards.
Okay.
Just celebrate. We'll send it to you with a little exclusive membership guy.
We'll email you your cake slice when we're done. So, yeah,
all right, guys.
Jonathan, I guess
See y'all later.
let you.
Hey, thanks again. Appreciate you guys joining us. Persuasionbythepint.com. David, where can people find you? I want to also mention you, Ben, as well. We'll start with David, since you got to bow out pretty quick.
I think he already bowed out.
Oh, okay. He's done. Ben, I want to mention your podcast.
Ads with
Facebook
the twang.
ad. Yeah, Facebook ads with.
just
Is it just
ads.
ads with the twang? Okay.
Now it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I am a subscriber to, by the way.
Great. Thank you.
Ads with a twang.
Ads with the twang. That's right.
Yeah.
Got some good episodes coming up. I just recorded them today. So there you go.
Good.
They were good.
Awesome. Yeah. Check him out on iTunes or wherever you get your favorite podcast. And with that said, I guess we wrap it up. Persuasionbythepint.com, episode 400. You can check us out.
Nice.
And we'll see you guys next week. Looking forward to it. We probably got a special guest joining us again next week for 401 on a very interesting topic.
Oh.
And we'll just keep you hanging.
All right. I'm hanging. I don't even know what that is.
Well, I do. So
Okay.
I'll just keep you hanging at that. But check us out on all of your favorite channels. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
See ya.
Boom.